Alrighty, Hector, thank you. Today on Growing Idaho, financial worries are growing as changes in the global and national economy are affecting what you pay for your housing. We're going to start big and boil it down. First off, the big worry, a recession. But what are the actual chances of a recession in the year ahead? It depends on whom you ask. But if you ask asset manager Apollo Global Management, they're going to say 90%. So pretty much a sure thing, according to them. Not everyone agrees with that, though. JPMorgan Chase has their probability at about 60%, still high. But a Reuters poll of economists says a recession is unlikely to happen, though barely, at 45%. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley say 45 and 40% respectively. According to these economists, any chance of a recession is due to the Trump administration's trade war. The Trump administration, meanwhile, says there's no chance of a full-blown recession this year. In fact, President Trump himself says we'd be in a better economic situation if the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, would just lower the Fed's key interest rate. Things like mortgage rates often follow the lead of that key interest rate, dropping or jumping. But when inflation is up, the Fed likes to keep their rate high. That's because it raises the cost of big ticket items like homes and cars, reducing demand, slowing the economy, and hopefully slowing inflation. Powell says Trump's tariffs have caused inflation, so they're going to do what they always do and keep those rates up.
We're never going to be influenced by any political pressure. People can say whatever they want. That's fine.
And with that key rate staying put, so are the mortgage rates for the most part, according to Freddie Mac. Here's the average 30-year and 15-year fixed mortgage rates as of late last week. They're at 6.81 and 5.94. For the more common 30-year loan, that's the blue line, you're going to see that jumping over 7% earlier this year, then dropping to 6.6. Then it finishes down by just a tenth of a percentage point from the start of the year. So really not much change overall. How is all that affecting the local housing market? Well, the latest numbers we have are from March. You can see if the point of keeping interest rates where they are was to slow down the economy and inflation, seems to be working. While a lot of factors do affect home prices. In Ada, Canyon, and Twin Falls counties, the median home price is up year over year, but only a little. So the spring buying and selling season has not heated up, and again, that is by design. How about rent? Is the cost of that going up? Again, yes, but again, only a little. Apartment List says Boise rent is up 1.3%, Idaho rent up 0.6%. However, in 2020 and 2021, rent was up 35% combined. So renters still feeling the pinch of that. Idaho Gives is